Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Socks and Sandals podcast, where economic elevation and spiritual cultivation converge, and we unapologetically discuss our worldview. I am unconditioned. I am unlimited. I am indivisible duality. I am your host, Emmanuel Williams. Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Socks and Sandals podcast, where economic elevation and spiritual cultivation converge, and we unapologetically discuss our worldview. I am unconditioned and unlimited. I am indivisible duality. I'm your host, Emmanuel Williams. Greetings. You are listening to episode 185. This conversation is being recorded at the GMP Podcast Studios on East 24th and Burnside in Portland, Oregon on Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. One announcement before we get started.
Yep.
Same message as last week. You are not human. You are a divine being. You are not an evolved ape. You are a divine being. If Jesus was half man, half God, and gets credited as God, if the Creator said, "Let us make man in our image," what was the book trying to tell you about yourself that the pastor was hiding from you? You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
One other message. We are perfect. We're not flawless, but we're perfect. We are complete, but we're not flawless. Do with that what you will. Let's move forward. I have an amazing guest with me today, a man of many talents. He's a son, a brother, an entrepreneur, an artist, cryptocurrency expert, creator of the Passive Income Network. We have none other than Christopher Williams, a.k.a. SeaWill. Welcome to the pod, bro.
Oh, man. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, man. I'm happy to be here. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is dope.
Yo, hey, I'm glad you're here, bro. We got a lot to talk about. We ran into each other probably, I think it was like last year when we ran into each other just randomly. I was like, hey, bro, I got to get you on the show. And so a year later, here we are.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was meant to be. And with you, bro, this conversation, like I've been needing to have this conversation for so long. And I feel like the black community needs this because when it comes to financial things, you know what I mean? Just financial literacy in general, that is not something that we have had extensively in our community.
No.
We're having it a lot more, right? We got folks like Earn Your Leisure,
Yep. Shout out
Market
to
Mondays,
them. Yep.
all of them.
Ian
like
Dunlap,
Yep.
Trapper,
All of that.
a whole bunch of them,
Yeah, that whole team, that whole squad, like they're doing a great service to the community while building their business and going global. But for someone like yourself, bro, like you are in the crypto industry, you're doing it, you have the Passive Income Network. I can't wait to dig in and ask all these questions, bro. Like I'm doing it for the people, you know, it's for y'all, but it's also for me too, man. Like I need this information. So before we get into it, just tell folks a little bit more about who you are, where you're from, and what's a typical day in the life of SeaWill.
Okay, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
All right, y'all. So thanks for tapping in again.
Already.
So SeaWill, I'm actually a Portland native, local.
Word.
Shout out to Benson. If you went to Benson, tap in with me.
Yeah, all my tech men.
Yeah,
Stand
so
up.
shout out to the tech man. But yeah, I'm a local. And so essentially what I do is I have Passive Income Networks, my YouTube channel, my brand, and my business. And I teach financial literacy with a focus on cryptocurrency pretty much. And then what I do is I facilitate people's learning about blockchain technology, what crypto is. I create tutorials of how to use the technology. I interview different startup founders, CEOs, venture capitalists, anybody that's in the financial world, even real estate people. They hop on my channel, they break down the products that they have, the services, and the education things that they're, building. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do overall with my YouTube channel. And then I'm also an Algorand blockchain ambassador. So I basically, it's like a rapper. I kind of signed a deal with a blockchain.
Okay.
I mean? That's
okay.
the best way I like to explain it.
Hey, that's a dope little way of explaining it. I never understood like that whole get up. So that's dope.
Yeah. So I was thinking like Master P, like shout out to Master P, one of my favorite people too. But, tech companies pay too. I'll just say that.
Fact.
So
That's
tech companies, they everywhere.
Yeah.
So with a day in the life, I also, my trade and background is in media. So again, shout out to Benson. I was a communications major.
So you was in the radio
Not radio.
Oh,
I did
okay.
the photo, video, web design.
Oh, okay.
So
Word,
I
word.
still, for myself, I still do my own photos, my own videos, my own web design. I also work for a media company where I'm a producer there and do things like that. So my whole background base is media, technology. I still got rap bars, you know. So I do all of these different things, but I marry everything together, right?
Right, as you should.
Yeah, so I make music about crypto and financial literacy. You can definitely tap in with me on Spotify. Go to my YouTube channel. All of that is on there, but that's overall.
Go ahead and drop that. I asked that at the end, but go ahead and drop that now.
It's SeaWill. Yeah, SeaWill PDX. So SeaWill PDX for Portland, right? So, and honestly, you know, I got a global platform, right? Weekly, daily, I'm talking to someone that's in Australia. We're talking to people in China. We're talking to people in Europe, Africa, Nigeria, like literally everywhere. The company I'm working with that, you know, that Algorand blockchain, they're a 2-part thing. They're out of Boston and out of Singapore, and I deal with the foundation out of Singapore. So those are my regular folks over there.
That's hard.
Yeah, and then just had a guy on, shout out to Simon Lee, that podcast will be dropping, but he out of Singapore. He worked for Goldman Sachs, you know, like that type of stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm associating myself with the biggest money on the planet, so that way I can have a better understanding and then bring it back to the community so we can make bigger flips as a
when you say you got signed by a tech company like that sounds enticing, bro.
Straight up, yeah.
That's hard. That's hard. That's what's up.
That's the best way to
So would
it.
you call yourself, because like when we get into the crypto stuff, there's these the maxis, the maximalists.
I'm not a maxi, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So like this, how I like I said, I facilitate crypto education or blockchain education, but I pick a particular blockchain.
Okay.
That's Algorand.
Word.
And we'll talk about it more, but many reasons why. But the overall, the information that I do teach on the channel is to get you educated, where then you can go out there and choose.
Make your own decision.
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever blockchain you want.
Let's get into it, bro. So we're talking about crypto. When people talk about crypto, it's like, oh, what is crypto? Like, there's so many things, so many different avenues when it comes to crypto. Let's start off with this. Blockchain technology. What does that mean? What is it, and why is it important as it pertains to crypto?
Okay. So blockchain technology is the underlying technology of cryptocurrency, right? So if you think about Google is an indexing like platform, right? Information, you can go there, type in what you want to type, and it's going to gather and query all the information, right? And it tracks things. So that's what like blockchain is. It's like also, you know, a combination of like your bank account plus Google. It tracks assets that are on the blockchain, and they, you know, what you send. So withdrawals and deposits, it tracks all of that, where an asset goes. So it's tracking this information. But each of these assets or information that it's tracking, they have ID numbers and digits connected to it. Then this is where the Google part comes in, where you can type in wallet addresses, asset information, and, you know, therefore. But overall, blockchain is like another iteration of the internet, kind of, right? So it's something that I think about it. It's like kind of like Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
It's like you need the internet, but Wi-Fi is something that we really don't understand, but we all use it, and that's what's going to happen with blockchain. But overall, yeah, blockchain is the underlying technology that cryptocurrency is built upon, right? So if we think crypto, crypto means cryptographic, right?
Okay.
Encryption and decryption. So these are what cryptographers do with math, and, you know, like codes and hiding like that. And then currency is the store value, the medium of exchange. So you got cryptocurrency, and then that is built on the blockchain. Blockchain is really what it is, like links in the chain. So one piece of information is here, it gets stored in the data, but then the next like round of information goes in the chain. So now it's like a chain link where you can then track from day one what happened, the very first transaction, and everything that happened all the way until right now.
And why is that important moving forward? Like just for the world, like why is that so important?
It's the most important thing that's happening right now.
Okay.
Why? Okay. It's important because if you look like at the U.S. government, right, we always go, where's our taxes going?
How much time you got on that one, bro? Yeah.
So the blockchain is look like something happened here.
Yeah, I think we good. I hope we good. Yeah.
But blockchain, right? This technology is let me find, where was I at? So it's important.
About the government.
Yep,
and all
the government,
that.
right? So the government, they take our tax money, right? We don't know where it's going, what they spending on. We just know it's going to like military and all that type of stuff. Yeah. What blockchain allows everything to be transparent. That's what we don't have in our government is transparency with voting, the voting fraud, all that stuff can be on the blockchain.
So you saying if there was an election on the blockchain, we could see the vote. Anybody can verify the votes as they come in?
So you can verify, right? You can have transparency. And what blockchain does is allow the people who are unbanked to bank themselves. So another good point is that then you're decentralized. These are some of the main things, right? You're decentralized. So
what does that mean, decentralized?
Yep. So centralization is our norm, right? We have, say, U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank has a decision where they allow us to open a bank account. They can then tell us if they want to close our bank account. If we send a transaction, we actually did not complete that transaction. We're waiting a few days until the bank's banking system completes that transaction. Thanks. So that's how you can have overdraft fees. You can have clawbacks. They can pull money back from people. They can do all of these things, and you need permission. Blockchain is, the good blockchain is permission is permissionless
to use your own money.
Yes, you need permission from the centralized systems, and it deals with fiat currency, which is government issued money. Right. They can control how much is printed. They basically can control everything with the money. Blockchain allows us to be decentralized, like Bitcoin, for a great example. Like it's anyone can set up like a node or like a server, right, that helps secure the system and verify transactions. With a digital wallet, right, it's basically a bank account for yourself, but you don't need to ask anybody to sign up. You just open an account yourself with this open source technology, and then you can interact on whatever you want to interact on.
Can I tell you? Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah.
And when you talk about the digital wallet, honestly, so I started really getting into crypto, to be honest, because of Shiba Inu.
Oh, of course.
Because it was going crazy.
Yep.
And I was just like, all right. So I started putting money in there, and kind of like the story you was telling me before we started. Like I was putting money in there, and like 2 days later, I was like, oh, that went up by $100. All right, let me put up. Oh, that went up by $150.
Yep.
So I kept putting in money, and then eventually, like I lost a good 200. You know what I mean? After
it got
like
too hype.
I was up like 350, and then I lost basically 550, so 200 overall. But but essentially, I was like, yo, crypto is the future. Like I've been skeptical about crypto ever since Bitcoin got super popular back in 2016 or whatever. And I was just like, this is a scam, you know, because it was just Bitcoin at that time.
Yeah.
And then after that, well, it wasn't just Bitcoin, but it was Bitcoin, and there was like Litecoin and a few others, right?
Yep.
But then like a lot of altcoins started popping up. And then, watching Earn Your Leisure and Market Mondays, and they're giving the numbers of like, well, if you invested in this for the past year, you're up X amount of 100%, this 600%, 1,000%. I'm like, wait, if people are really up 600, 700, 1,200%, why am I not investing in crypto? Why am I only sticking with stocks and hoping to be up, 20 or 30%, which is not bad. It's nothing.
I mean, that's still great.
That's still amazing, but still, like, people are getting those types of returns in crypto.
Yes.
And so, like I was telling you, like when I was still doing rideshare, like on the weekends, I would take half of that money and invest in crypto. And so my crypto portfolio came from that, just taking that excess money and then putting it into crypto. And so I started with Shiba Inu, and then that tanked.
The gateway drug.
But I was like, okay, well, let me get into what else, some other things. So I got into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. And Mana. Was it
Decentraland?
Decentraland. Okay.
Mana.
And so I got into those, and I'm still in those. I'm just gonna stick with those for now, but I might have to start getting some Algorand. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I say all that to say, I was in it, but I still didn't know what I was doing. But I just know I want to be in this, and I want to be a part of this. And in the next however many years, I want to be able to benefit off of this, like everybody else benefited from it if they got into it in 2016.
Facts.
Now, when the war happened, when Russia and Ukraine and people started like that were fleeing, they were going to other countries and they were using their crypto and selling NFTs just to be able to buy food and stay in hotels and all that.
Facts.
And that's when I understood the value of a crypto wallet.
Yeah.
This is my currency. This is my money. The bank, they were freezing the assets of everybody else in Russia. It was like billionaires stuck on their yacht. They couldn't go nowhere. Their money was frozen. But if you have a crypto wallet and you have assets and or currency in there, the government can't stop it. That is your money for real, for real.
We call that sovereign. Sovereign money.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Remember the truckers in Canada?
Yeah.
They all got their accounts frozen.
Yeah, yeah. But if you got crypto,
yeah,
nobody freeze
but,
you.
But they was like, okay, let's send the money to Ukraine. Remember they was doing all the donations? They accepted that.
Yeah.
It's good money. But
money.
yeah, it's sovereign. It's a way for us to be, it's what we always wanted, right? I want to be independent. I don't want nobody controlling. I'm tired of all this.
Yeah.
That's what crypto allows us, right? Yeah. And that comes with risk too.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
risk, because it's all on you.
It's on you. And
you make a mistake, you send it to the wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people don't want that, but yes, it's about being sovereign money. Especially in Bitcoin in particular, right? Right. Sovereign money. Why? Because you can't say who actually like created it, right? You can't be like, it's a pseudonym, Satoshi Nakamoto, right?
Right.
And that could be
you referring to who created Bitcoin?
Yeah. Like, right. So and it's like, and this is why I love it too. It's immutable, right? Like it can't be changed. The money's not going to change. There's a cap and a limit, right? They can't just print out more Bitcoin. They can't. It's already set by 2140. The last of the 21 million coin will come out around that time by math alone, based on halving and all these other things we could talk about more. But the money's sovereign. Like countries like El Salvador has accepted it as legal tender. Congo, right, in the Republic of Congo. So different countries are adopting it, and it's turning it more into a digital gold more than people are using it in day-to-day transactions. Right. I figure like in the future, if someone's gonna buy a house, you could just, hey, send me a Bitcoin. 4 Bitcoin, I'll take the house. Yeah. Right. That's the type of value Bitcoin has.
And the crazy thing is, you can just send it from wallet to wallet. You don't need no realtor. You don't need no middleman agent. You don't need send this to my wallet. As soon as it's in my wallet, I'm signing over the deed. Boom.
We good. Yeah.
It's a wrap.
And then check this out. Like what they say, what's the quickest way to move $1 million overseas? They said a plane, because a plane can go from point A to B in 14 hours, right? 14 to 17. But no, you be like, no, Bitcoin, I'll send it in 5 minutes.
That's real, bro.
Yeah, and it's like you can't do that with a bank transfer. You got a 5 to 7 days period to approve.
And then if you transfer a certain amount, then there's a level of scrutiny that they're gonna have. Oh wait, why are you moving it? Where did you get this from?
Ryan Coogler. You go to the bank. Let me pull out 10 racks.
Oh yeah.
They go, I don't.
You getting profiled.
You might be stealing, So we tired of all that.
Right.
If I go home and move my Bitcoin or off my phone, no one can tell me yes or no.
That's a fact.
Not my wife, nobody.
Can you explain the difference between a digital wallet and a ledger, or cold storage?
The wallet. Yep.
And is there any additional risk for having a digital wallet?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So for one, there's a centralized exchange wallet, right? So Coinbase, Crypto.com, Kraken, whatever exchange that you're buying for.
FTX.
Yeah, FTX, right? They have built-in digital wallets that you are essentially, using for them.
But those aren't yours, though.
That's why I got to start there. Yeah, they're not yours. Yeah. They control the wallet, and then, it's like a note, like with money, like, hey, this is yours. Until right, sign. Hey, read the disclaimers and stuff. It'll tell you. Yeah, I read those things. Terms and conditions matter.
So a Coinbase or Crypto.com, essentially, that's like having your money in the bank. It's your crypto.
It's your crypto bank account.
Bank account.
Okay. Yep. Crypto bank account. So then that's a centralized wallet. Then the next level is a software wallet, right? And that's a digital wallet where you can go to your app store, Google Play or Apple, and then download a Trust wallet, download an Algorand wallet or a Para wallet. You can download a wallet,
right?
And then what you do now, here's where it gets the sovereign comes in. Only way to activate these wallets is with private keys, as they call them. And private keys are usually like a 12-word passphrase or 24, 25 words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those words are then only for you, and they only will get activated once you activate that wallet, right? And then that's where it's like a social security number. Like, you have to really take care of it, because
And if you lose that,
you're done. You like, I know guys that lost their wallet and you can't get back in because there's no one to help you. That's the sovereign
and
part.
that's the downside about being sovereign.
Yes,
Like,
you your own kingdom.
that's it. So if you lose your keys, you're locked out forever.
Yeah, you lose your key to the house, right? You can't bust the window to get in.
And there is no locksmith.
No locksmith.
There is no, hey, Bank of America, I lost my debit card. Can you send me a
support.
new one? There's no support.
Nope.
So if you got $1 million in your digital wallet and you lose that 12-word password,
Yep, you done.
it's a wrap.
Yep, it's a wrap.
It's scary.
Yeah,
It's scary.
so it's about, so that's one version. You got the software, centralized wallet, right, with the exchange. You got the software wallet. And then the third is when you talk about the ledger, it was we call a hardware wallet.
Yeah.
So that's like, I should have brought mine, but it's like having a flash drive. But it serves as the same principle as a software wallet.
Right.
You have to have the private keys. Once you log in, right, always buy it from the official website. Never just buy it. Buy it from ledger.com only, because people be scamming.
Right.
That's
I
so
can imagine.
you get the ledger, you activate it with your passphrase, same thing, and then you send your cryptos there. But the difference is you need now 2 devices, like 2-factor authentication.
Okay.
You have your ledger that you have to then type the command on, and then you approve it, or vice versa. You prove it on your phone. So you got to have a phone nearby in the ledger at the same time to initiate transactions.
See, the same fear that I had from like moving my stuff off of Coinbase to, like, I have Exodus and Trust.
Yep.
Right. So moving it to an Exodus or a Trust, I have a similar type of, I don't want to call it fear.
Yeah, it's fear.
It's a
Caution.
level.
Yeah.
It's a caution.
Yeah,
I'm very
caution.
cautious about. All right, I got it digitally, but man, when I move it to the hardware wallet, it's another level of I don't know enough.
Yep.
So you saying you have to have it plugged up in your phone at the same time?
Yeah. So there's a ledger app. Let me see.
Oh, it's an app.
So
that
you got a ledger
confirm
live.
it in the app, and
You got a ledger live, and you're like, okay, I'm about to send something, right? Then the ledger is going to say approve or sign the transaction on your ledger. So they're going to talk to each other.
Okay.
So then you're going to say, okay, this is the right address. Cool. You're going to hit the 2 buttons, and you're going to accept the transaction. Then it's going to initiate.
Okay.
Right? You could do it from your laptop. You could do it from your computer. But that's what it is.
So tell me this, because there's a lot of people saying that it's important to have cold storage, or is it called cold or hard?
Hard or cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that is
Cold storage is essentially, yeah. So
like having the physical device and having your crypto sent to the physical device as opposed to having it on your phone.
Yep.
So beginner me,
Yep.
I feel like it's safer to have it digital, because even if I lose my phone, it's always going to be in the app. Yep. And as long as I have my keys backed up, I got mine in the safe.
Yep.
I keep mine in the safe with my guns.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I got it, backed up other places, but
You got to.
right. And so, I'm thinking, even if I lose my phone, I'll still have it digitally. But if I lose my cold storage or my hard storage, is it gone forever?
No. So the key is that your passphrase. That's the key too. So if I take my ledger and I just get rid of it, I'm cool. And I throw my phone. I know where my passphrase is at, right? So then I'll buy a new ledger, and then it's going to ask you, what's your passphrase? You can either start a new account, or do you have one? You just plug your passphrase in, and you're right back where you at. So it serves in the same principles.
Oh, so it's like having a digital storage.
Because remember, we didn't bring this up, but the blockchain, everything is tracked. It's all on a ledger, and it's in this information because of the decentralization, right? So imagine 1,000 computers. They all share the same information simultaneously. So if half of those computers go down, these 500 are going to keep it up.
Yeah.
And they're clocking and transacting, and they know what's happening on your ledger, essentially. So you don't actually have to worry about it, but it's like, be safe.
But it's a level of security.
Yes, it's security.
It's added
because you
security.
can't move the money. Like with the software wallet, you steal my phone, get my face, right? and you can open my wallet and you can try to do shit.
I got the old one where you gotta have the thumb, so you gotta cut my finger off.
Yeah, so
but I'm not trying to get no ideas.
yeah.
Stay away from me because I'm strapped. But
you gotta take the face, take the thumb, right? You can get in there. You know, maybe you might know my other passwords too. But at Ledger, if I had the Ledger on me, you steal my phone, you can't do anything because you need this device. So it's like,
okay.
But this is why I tell people though, leave some on an exchange,
right?
Leave some in a software, and then leave some on a ledger. That's what I do.
All right,
because you want to it's kind of like having 3 bank accounts. Like if one bank shut down, you got 2 other bank accounts.
I feel you. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these exchanges because we're in a very interesting time as far as what's been happening with these exchanges.
Man.
So once again, I've always started out with Coinbase.
Yep. That's where I started too.
I think everybody. I mean, they were
it's number one.
Yeah, number one. They were marketing the best. They were out the earliest.
They were the earliest mover,
right? But then there's these other exchanges that the crypto OGs, you're getting more yield. You're getting higher like APR interest rates on your crypto, right? And so there were the OGs that were using Celsius exchanges like Voyager. And then other like 3 Arrows Capital was a huge DeFi.
BlockFi too is one of them.
BlockFi.
Yeah.
And so tell the folks what has happened. Why did these exchanges crumble? How did people lose all this money? And what is the downside of having your money on an exchange?
Okay. So it's sort of like, for those who know about the 2008, 2009 crash, right? What happened was faulty loans and over leverage. So when you sign up for Celsius, 3 Arrows, Voyager, BlockFi, Coinbase, right? In the terms and conditions, it's like a bank. They're telling you if you sign up, and this is why y'all got to read these things. If you sign up, you do not own these. And there's a thing in crypto that says not your keys, not your crypto. If you don't have the sovereign right to move this, which means your own wallets, it's theirs technically. You kind of gave them your money, right? Just like the bank, technically, but because they're not FDIC insured by the government, so that's the difference. So you send them the money, and then they take your money, just like with banks, and they're gonna loan it to other people. But these guys at crypto are worse. They like, okay, I'm about to go long. The movie, if y'all watch The Big Short or something.
Oh my God.
But I'm about to go long. I'm about to go short.
Yeah.
So then they'll go up to, and this is literally what 3 Arrows did. They was like, okay, cool. We got all these funds. Look, and everybody go, okay, cool. And they go, let me take out a loan from Voyager Digital. Voyager is like, okay, I'll give you $300 million because you have collateral. Who's the collateral? It's our collateral. So then they go, I'm about to go do a trade. Let's say Terra Luna. So they make a trade for some Bitcoin. They trade Terra Luna. Terra Luna goes to zero. They have to bring that money back. They don't have the money.
They don't have it.
So then they go back and go, I need to file a Title 11, right? I need to go into bankruptcy. So then you got Sam Bankman-Fried, you got other big money will say, well, I'll buy your company. Now I own their debt, or I own what you owe everybody. So that's what they're doing. But essentially it's like it's like we think just because they have their hedge funds or their corporation that they know more than we know.
And that they're secure. And that they're smart.
They not.
And they're doing things in your best interest. They're doing things for their own bottom line.
So all they did was borrow a whole bunch of money, put our money up for collateral. They make bad trades, bad decisions after bad decision. Then they go insolvent. And then since you gave them your money and you signed the contract, they don't actually owe you. They
don't have so
they own their VC people. That's who they signed the real deals with.
Right.
It's their funders.
So for instance, if I had, $1 million worth of Bitcoin.
Yep. Like Big Boy Crypto.
Oh yeah.
He did that happened to him.
Okay, I'm sure it did.
Yep, on
so
Celsius.
all the OGs.
He's suing them right now.
He should. Yep. But who knows if he's gonna. You know what I mean? So if I had $1 million on let's say Voyager, I think maybe more people on Voyager. Is more people
Voyager
can touch that. So you had $1 million on Voyager, and they started to go insult. So what happened is, as these other 3 Arrows Capital was going down, Celsius was going down, BlockFi, they were all kind of failing because of Terra Luna, right?
A lot of them because of Terra Luna.
Because Terra Luna was billion, like what, 40 billion?
About 45 billion.
That just vanished
in one day.
Literally like a day or two.
Yeah, it was 3 days max, but it was the day one.
That first day was
the most red thing I've ever seen.
It was blood in the streets. 99%, it was gone. right? And so when that fails, then it's a house of cards. Everybody starts feeling like, oh shoot, we got all these billions that are outstanding. And so, and then let's say I try to go move my money from the bank or the exchange. So I try to go to Voyager and move my money. But Voyager says, due
Halt.
to turbulent conditions, we are suspending all transfers.
Yep. Because
so
they don't have your money.
Because your money isn't there.
Nope.
Similar to
Robinhood, right?
Similar to but similar to a bank, right?
Yeah.
Like if there's a extinction level event about to happen and everybody goes to the bank and goes to the ATM and try to take out their money, they're going to run out of money. Everybody's money cannot be taken out at one time, similar to an exchange in crypto. So it's a similar thing. So that's why people say, not your keys, not your crypto.
Yep.
If it's not in a wallet,
your wallet,
your digital wallet, not on the exchange, but in your wallet or your ledger, your hard storage, it's not yours.
Facts.
And that's the danger.
Because like with banks too, it's called fractional reserve banking, and which means like you give me 100, all I'm required to is report $15 tonight. I could do whatever I want with the 85 because by tomorrow I could bring it back. That's the game.
And then the FDIC only insures what, like $250,000 of our money?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening, and it's like again, let me borrow this from you. Oh, I lost it. Now I can't pay you back. Bruh. And that's it. And that's what happened. And one of the dudes, I can't remember his name, but the dude from 3Ls, then he ran off.
Mm-hmm.
And he was acting like he missing, but he still filed his paperwork to try to get some of that money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
wild.
So it's just one of those things where I recommend, not financial advice, but I recommend that you have to educate yourself.
You do.
You got to know where you are sending your money, basically, that's just that simple.
But for me, like me personally, I buy it and I send it to myself. I don't even, unless, because I don't have a strategy of flipping or just like trading like that. I just want to accumulate, more and more coins.
Strategy.
So that's just me.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to NFTs.
Oh, yes.
Right. What is an NFT? What does that mean, and why is it valuable?
Oh man, so NFTs is actually,
you got excited about that one. Let's go.
It's about to take over the world, right?
Okay.
So NFTs they stand for non-fungible tokens, right?
Right.
So what we have to do is talk about fungibility, fungible. $1 is fungible, right? It's transferable. That's what that word means. $1 is the same as $1. I can crinkle my dollar. I can have the dollar in 4 quarters, or I can write on my dollar. It's still $1, right? And NFTs is more like, let's say, a Pokemon card, right? I got a foil Pokemon Charizard, right? We're gonna go there, and you have a foil Pokemon Charizard, but yours is crumpled, or someone else's is crumpled and dirty and messed up. Do they have the same value? They don't. Right, my Jordan 1s that are brand new out the box are more valuable than old dusty Jordans. That's just what it is. But dollars don't work that way. They're fungible. They could be a dusty dollar or a new dollar. We still gonna accept the dollar. Right. And that's basically the difference of a non-fungible token. An NFT is a unique digital asset that has its own identifiers, and it's usually one of one or one of a group of NFTs. Right. So NFTs, what the big use case right now is, we see JPEGs and PNGs as art.
Yeah, so just pictures,
right? And so then new use cases are coming. Like I invest in a property on a company called Lofty AI. They use NFT technology to tokenize houses. So right, we take the house, we bust the house down to 1,000 pieces. We sell those pieces off, and we all have NFTs, and that represents our house.
Oh, so you like a physical house? Or
physical house, yeah.
So it's basically
it's like crowdfunding. It's like all of us put our money up, but we do it via NFT, and then we buy this house.
And the EFT is
NFT. Yep.
It's blockchain technology, so anyone can view.
Anyone knows. Yep. You can view it. You can see like when the transactions are happening, and also the thing with crypto and digital wallets is like you don't have to dox yourself. People don't actually have to know what it is, but if you go hard enough, you can figure out who's controlling something, depending on the volume and stuff like that. So like someone like famous, right? Say like Snoop's digital wallet, we know who it is, even if he changed his name to Da Vinci or some shit. We know who it is because it's on the blockchain. Like so, you will see. if you'll just see someone doing something maybe on Twitter or whatever. If they're big enough, you can see what they're doing. Basically, you can track them. Okay. But anyways, with NFTs, yeah, it's a technology that could be used for intellectual property, for tokenizing things. It could be used for art. They used it in, I think, Colombia for COVID passes. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be using it for house deeds. You can use it for so many different things.
That's awesome.
And like Nigeria, for example, they're going to be working with Algorand. We'll talk about Algorand more.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
But they're working with Algorand for intellectual property rights and stuff. So they're gonna be using NFTs. They're gonna be using digital wallets to help them have sovereignty, basically.
That's hard.
But this is happening.
Yeah. One of the explanations I heard about NFTs that really just like struck a chord with me was they talked about for artists like Basquiat, for example, his art is selling for millions, like each piece. But whatever he sold it for back in the 90s or whenever he, you know what I mean? Like he or the 8, that's all he got. But if it was yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, and so, but if he had NFT technology, every time it's sold, one, you can verify that this is a real Basquiat because there's a lot of fake Basquiats out there. Yep. So you can verify that it's real. And every time it's resold, there's like a royalty rate that he can get or that any artist can get on their art that sells.
Facts. The secondary market, crazy. Yeah, because and that's the thing too. Oh man, so it's good because like, excuse me, like for example, and Ethereum is basically definitely what you're referring to as the biggest one, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time you mint it art, you sell it for whatever you sell it for. Yeah. That next person then say, I love it, now I'm tired of it, I'm gonna sell it, or I'm making a flip, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm a 2x. They get 5% or whatever, how you set it up, 3, 5, 10% of every sale in perpetuity.
Never stops.
Never stops. As long as people want it, it goes to the original creator's wallet, and you can see it on the blockchain. Usually they'll say configuration, like creation, you know, and then from there it'll be like a sale or a transfer. And then everything there will be like, royalties, and it will always shoot back.
It's going straight to the wallet. You don't have to do nothing. It's on autopilot.
It's on autopilot, yeah.
That's beautiful.
So that's like Gary Vaynerchuk, right? He got his thing V Friends, and then like he did like $1 million on the back end based on the royalties. Like he sold it at first, and you know what I mean? It was shit.
But then the whole community just started selling them amongst themselves.
So every cut, he gets 5% of everything that moves
sale
every time.
Wow, that's amazing.
And that's why it's like game changer. Like I invested in a Lil Pump song, right, with Soulja Boy featuring Lil Pump, or Lil Pump featuring Soulja Boy, and it's an NFT. So I'm gonna get royalties from streaming from them. So us and the other investors who like crowdfund, we bought this NFT of an artist. Now it's connected to Spotify and all that. They collect all the money and then they bust it down and send it to all the owners.
That's crazy.
That's NFTs.
That's crazy. So now the fans can profit off of their favorite artists.
Yes. So it's there. The use cases. It's amazing.
It's just getting started.
Yeah, and it's like it's based on your imagination and what you can pull off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
bro. Let's get into Algorand.
Oh, yes.
So once again, you're an Algorand ambassador.
Yes.
Tell folks what is Algorand and why is it significant and why did you choose them?
Okay, so for one, it goes down to like how the game started. It goes Bitcoin is number one, then Ethereum is number two, and it's kind of like everything else, right?
Right.
So what happened is that Silvio Macaulay is this Italian cryptographer, right, out of Boston. He founded Algorand, but his work of cryptography, he won the cryptography awards. It's like winning the Pulitzer Prize and all that type of shit. So he founded Algorand, but Algorand, the stuff that he founded Algorand on years ago, the people that made Bitcoin, like Satoshi referenced his stuff in his white papers. This guy. Like, so he's like a grandfather of cryptography.
Wow.
So learning about this dude, I was like, okay, he on point, right?
Yeah.
So, but beyond that, like, so if I send now, this is where it gets fun. So if I send you a transaction on Bitcoin, right? Let's say it'll take you 8 minutes, 5 minutes on average. If I send you on Ethereum, right, it could take you, let's say 8 to 10 minutes on average. That's slow to me.
Right.
Algorand's finality is 4.4 seconds. 4 seconds. So, I do some coaching with a guy out in Denmark, right? Send me the money. 4 seconds. right? I was doing coaching with a guy in Canada out in Toronto area.
Yeah.
Send me the money. He didn't have his wallet set up. And I'm like, hey, bro, that's what the whole point of this. And then he had to do a bank transfer. 4 days later, I'm sitting here.
Oh
like, you know
God.
what I mean? So,
yeah.
so even so with Bitcoin, then we'll go back to Bitcoin again. Depending on the market, the fees could be a few dollars. A few dollars not bad. You moving a couple hundred. Okay, you $3-4. Ethereum, depending on the vault, like depending on if there's a new project on OpenSea, if the NFT is moving, it's what they call congestion, where it's like so many transactions happening at once that to get your transaction to move, the gas fee or what we use, just like a car to transport these assets, it could go up to $100. On Ethereum on a bad day. A good day, $5-6. That we call that bad. Algorand 0.001 algo. So it's like less than 1/10 of a cent. Yeah. So you can move your money in 4 seconds for essentially for free. And the best part is carbon neutral, carbon negative, right? It's built and based upon that.
Bro, that sounds amazing. Like, why is it so? Why is that like not the preeminent, crypto next to Ethereum? Because I want to say outside of the stable coins, and we don't have enough time to get into stable coins, but essentially outside of the stable coins, there's ADA or Cardano, XRP, and Solana.
XRP.
Why are they
BNB?
Yeah, BNB, of course, they're in exchange. So BNB token. So why is Algo not up there? Because that sounds like the most efficient.
It is.
And I know how like the gas fees with Ethereum, and also like the amount of energy that it takes to mine a Bitcoin,
proof of work,
all of that. Yeah.
So I'll say this is like, I can't fully get that answer, but I do know they had a bad launch of their token.
Okay.
That was one thing I think that affected the initial launching was that right there. And then number two, what's it called? Metcalfe's law or whatever, right? So where people are at is where people go. So JP Morgan, the big banks, Ethereum was the one that invented layer one technology in the sense of like smart contracts, right? They eliminated middlemen. Bitcoin has one sole purpose. It is to be money. And that's what you do with Bitcoin. It's money, right? Okay. Ethereum is, I like the example of like, Shopify, right? Ethereum's Shopify because it's like it's built upon the internet, right? But it allows us to build things on it too. So my Black Love hat store is on Shopify, right? Okay. That's what the layer ones are. That's what. But Algorand, since they came later, like even like Cardano, Cardano came after Ethereum too. But so we call these like Gen 3 blockchains. They learned from Bitcoin, Gen 1. Gen 2 is Ethereum. Because there's a thing called the blockchain trilemma that they say you can't solve, and SeaWill solved it. It's called security, because Ethereum is very secure. Bitcoin's the most secure, right? And then you got scalability. Can we do thousands of transactions? Is this enough for 4 billion people to use? Right? And then it goes security, decentralization. Yeah. Where are the nodes or the servers? Are they on every continent all around the world? Can anybody operate one? Right? Algorand is that blockchain for that reason, basically, because you're like, okay, proof of work, it's a proof of stake. Like we're meaning as in if you have one algo, right, just in your wallet, you can participate in what they call consensus and help verify a transaction and block without your knowledge. With Ethereum, you basically got to be rich to have a miner. Even Bitcoin, like mining machines are expensive now, right? And, you know, and so it's just it's like that. And at the end of the day, I used every blockchain, right? If you think about Solana crashes. Like you could literally, it would be down for 8 hours sometimes. Yeah, no, I hear about that a lot. This year, it crashed like 30 times. How you gonna run an application that may or may not work? If it's not sustainable. Not sustainable. So Ethereum, if you are rich, we'll say, you can spend $100, $30 a transaction. But what if you got to make 25 transactions today? Right. So that's the reasons why I love Algorand, and basically it's easy to use. It has, my opinion, more real world applications being built that you can use. It's good for the environment. And it just works better. It has 3 years straight and has never shut down. You selling me, bro? Because on Exodus, there's a yield of like 8%.
Yeah.
Yep. Like they trying to recruit.
I'm I'm like, yo, why are they get? Because honestly, I get thrown off by the yield. Like, so Cardano is like 4.9.
Yeah.
Algorand is about 7.9. I'm like, why are they giving away? You know what I mean? Like,
it's what so Algorand right now got this program called Aeneas. It's like some Greek word, right?
Yeah.
But what they're doing is bootstrapping with liquidity. So they're so what they're doing. This is how I found Algorand. I was on Coinbase doing Coinbase Learn, and then passive income network, right? So I'm like, passive income. I'm thinking about passive income, and I was like, wait, 6%, 8%, and it was that, and I was like, what the hell is this? Right. I saw Cosmos, and I saw
and we all saw Cosmos and got excited.
Yeah, I just love the name. So I saw Cosmos.
They giving like 18% on whatchamacallit, on Exodus.
That's why I was on there too. Yeah. So, but I saw that, and I was like, damn, that's a passive income play. Then I was like, what is going on? Then I researched, and I was like, let me test it, and I tested, and I was like, oh, this is smooth. Like, I'm talking about basically zero gas fees. I started with Ethereum just like everybody else. So yeah, next level, basically. Yeah.
So is Algorand a layer what?
1.
Layer 1, and Ethereum is layer 1.
Yeah. So it's the same thing as it's basically
it's an ecosystem that you can build on.
Basically, Algorand is what Ethereum wants to be.
Sheesh.
Unfortunately.
Sheesh. Like everything is a ERC, and tell people what is a ERC20 token, like when it comes to tokenomics and cryptocurrency.
Yep. So ERC20, right? So it's a standard of a token, right? So a coin runs the blockchain. Like Bitcoin is the coin, and it pays for its gas fees. You do Bitcoin on Bitcoin. Ethereum is what you pay gas fees for and do transactions with. So you need Ethereum, and then ERC20 is like, for example, a token that you build. Anybody can make a token.
Right.
Also, you just configure it and it's boom, and it mints. Right. So, but to move something you created like an NFT or a token, you need Ethereum's gas fee. So Decentraland and like things like that, Nexo token, all those are Ethereum tokens. They were built upon Ethereum, meaning if you want to use them, you also got to hold Ethereum.
So Algorand is not an ERC20.
Algorand's an Algorand.
It's an Algorand. It's
its own blockchain, right?
That's
so,
dope.
and what their standard is called is Algorand Standard Asset. It's this ASA.
Okay.
So people that build NFTs on there, they drop tokens like I'm thinking like Headline, Opulus, Yieldly, all these whatever else is on there, right? Or even stable coins, USDC. You have to use Algorand to send the transaction.
All right, so the layer 1s are Ethereum, Algorand, Cardano, Solana.
Yep. Cardano, Polkadot, BNB, XDC, IOTA. What about Elrond?
What about in the top 30? Like
that's what I'm naming right now. Yeah.
Polkadot. Man, what's the other one, bro? That
well, Cosmos is a layer 1. Polkadot, yeah, we can pull that up,
bro. There's
so many.
There's one in my mind. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it though. We gonna find it. It's like number 9 or number 10.
Well, even Dogecoin is a layer 1.
Really?
Yeah. Stellar Luna, or Stellar XLM.
What is it? Polygon.
Oh yeah, Polygon.
Is that a layer 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Polygon's a layer.
So
1.
essentially, in
Avalanche,
actually, AVAX?
I think Polygon's a layer 2.
It's a layer 2.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like built upon Ethereum to make it faster. Because Ethereum need things to build upon it to scale it and do all ZK rollups and all this technical stuff.
Right. So not to get too nerdy for y'all, because I know y'all like, what the hell? All right, they're going too far.
Yeah.
But once again, for my own personal clarity, so the layer 1s are essentially in competition with each other for other people to build.
Essentially.
Yeah, build on top of them and utilize the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like this is how like what Silvio talked about. He has to go watch him at the SALT conference in Bahamas, right? But Silvio Macaulay. But what he's talking about is like, so Algorand's purpose is to be a transactional blockchain. That's his purpose, and that's what it does best, right? Other blockchains can have their own purpose. So what we see is a multi-chain world where, let's say, 8 to 12 chains that the whole world's going to use.
Right.
We just want Algorand to be one.
And so as you're talking, I'm thinking like Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they all do.
Yep.
Yeah, there's more than one.
There's like 10 credit card companies. They all lit.
And you don't have to just stick with one.
Well, shit, we got Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank. We got a plethora of credit
and we got the
unions.
banks. Yeah.
Yeah, we got, so there's like 12, 15 banks.
Right.
So it's going to be the same thing with blockchains.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing.
Wow.
And, And it is like just different utilities. Like right now, if you're a rich celebrity millionaire, you kind of have to use Ethereum. Because Ethereum has more volume and liquidity. $200 billion crypto market cap, right?
Yeah.
And Algorand right now is like at 5 billion or something, like 2 to 5 billion. That's not that much.
Right.
It's not that much, unfortunately. Yeah. So it's basically then the whole crypto market is less than 1 trillion right now. At the highest, it was 3 trillion.
Right.
Apple alone is 3 trillion. So it's like all of the space need more growth. But what I'm seeing is like what I was telling you off camera, it's about stocking the market and being ready.
That's why I said I don't even care that I'm down now, because I'm looking at 7 to 10 years from now. What is this going to be? And I have faith. I don't really know, but I have faith that this is going to expand similar to the way that the internet has expanded, and people's utilization of Google and Amazon and all of that.
Yahoo. All
10, shit. 15 years ago, it was something, but now.
Bro, remember, we was like in high school, it was like you got MySpace.
Right.
But it like MySpace passed, but we still got Facebook. Social media is here.
It's still here.
It's here.
It's still here.
And it's not going nowhere. Now the TikTok took over. Like, so it is always, and that's what I see too, is like the internet. Again, we had the internet. You got to plug it into the wall. You got to dial up. We just got Wi-Fi now.
Right.
It's still the internet.
Still the internet.
So, and with blockchain, it's like, again, it's the third, they call it Web 3. Yeah. It's the third iteration of basically technology. And all blockchain is financial technology. It's like even dollars. It's like if you read the Bitcoin standard, right? We used to use different Africa. We use gold. We use shells. We use rare things. What's more rare now is not dollar bills, because you can just go literally just print them. That's not rare now.
They was doing over the pandemic.
Oh, God, money, quantitative easing, right?
Yeah.
You can't even like Algorand right now, they're the limit coins that can forever be out is capped at 10 billion. So there will never be more than 10 billion, right? Even Ethereum doesn't really have a cap, and that's also something that people don't like to talk about too much. Like, so they can, Vitalik and them could kind of essentially print more, right? So I like the coins that have caps. I like the coins. Really, again, Algorand's like, what is the utility and usage of it? How do I feel using it? Am I nervous, or can I wait 4 seconds and I know if my guy got what I needed to send him or not? Or if, like I said, I'm using decentralized finance, right? And this is, again, ways to bank yourself. So you can go to a platform, for example, like AlgoFi, right? And it's so I can earn yields on my stable coins. I can swap currencies. I can borrow and lend, which I think is huge. So I do it all the time. Like if I go to the bank, I have to prove my W-2. I have to prove my soul to them, right? And so on with like this platform, Algorand, there's a whole bunch too, but you then put your money up, your collateral, right? So it's not extra, but you can then borrow against yourself. So, okay, let me put my algos there because I don't want to sell them. I just need some cash to do a little flip I'm trying to do. That's what I do. So that's a use case that, like my guy Kingsley. Shout out to Kingsley out in Nigeria, but these cats, a lot of them, they ain't all in Lagos, and they all can't just go to the bank.
Right.
Like how he say he got to get the money out is crazy, right? But I'm like, if we can get this going where I accept USDC or Algo for my service, we don't need the banks no more. And we just kind of went around taxes, because those transactions are only getting tracked on centralized exchanges, what's coming in and out. So if you buy and we keep it in the crypto space and we're sending it to each other, what the bank gonna say, or what the IRS gonna say? They're gonna say, "Well, you send 1,000 transactions on my digital wallet." Like, come on now.
Hey man, they listening, they watching.
They know, man. Hey,
hold on, man. You might keep that up under your black love hat, man. Keep that close to you, bro. But that's real. That's real.
But that's what the people need to understand, and not saying avoid taxes. I pay my taxes. Don't come after me.
Oh yeah, I'll pay my taxes too.
I pay more than I should pay. But it's a thing where it's like,
no, but I get it, bro. Like, it's just permissionless.
It's permissionless.
Bankless.
Yeah.
This is this is between me and you. Boom.
That's what it's supposed to be. That's what the dollar represents.
Let's keep it simple.
It's the dollar is supposed to give us. Yes, that's it. Medium exchange, and it's supposed to give us, what's the word? Anonymity, or I think that's the word.
Anonymity.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be secret. That's basically.
Yeah.
And that's what a dollar is supposed to be like. You're supposed to spend it, and no one's supposed to be tracking your ass.
Right.
So they tax us before and they tax us after. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and that's why another reason why I love the crypto. And again, I invest in stocks. I hold cash. And I love crypto. So I'm not like, I don't knock no asset class. I'll trade.
Right. You don't want to have all crypto. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So.
No. You want to, so I'm learning the game. Like, you want to have a business. If you got a job, still have a side hustle.
For sure.
Have some crypto. Yeah. Have your stocks. Do your life insurances, 401k. You got to have the whole thing.
Multiple streams.
Yeah. And it's like, but for me, crypto is a life-changing technology.
Yeah, it is.
Period.
It is, man. That's a fact.
Yeah.
One last thing before we get into the rapid fire, man.
Oh, yeah.
There was a big move
for
Algorand not too long ago. And I seen this. And honestly, when I seen this.
It was the FIFA.
Nah.
Oh, no?
I don't even know about that. Oh, okay. But when I seen this, I was like, yo, it's overdue. I need to talk to Chris, bro. So I was like, so it was former managing director at JP Morgan in 21 years with a 21-year tenure. His name is Eric Raggy or Rage or something like that. He joined the Algorand blockchain project as head of business development and capital markets. And then there was in that article with some other folks from JP Morgan that were leaving.
Citibank too.
Yeah, they're leaving there and they're all hopping on.
Shout out to Stacy. Yeah,
they're hopping on crypto projects. Yeah. So tell me about that move as far as the brother that came to.
Even Cardano's chief technology officer just went to Algorand. Right.
Really?
Yeah. So they even got him. But so what's happening is this, right? It's kind of like it's a new market. So, so like Algorand is also their headquarters, the American one is based at MIT Boston. And these are the same people like Gary Gensler and all the people that know about it in the government. So they're aware and they loving it, right? So bankers
in the news, they're making it seem like they hate it.
Yeah, of course. you listen to Jamie Dimon, he not crypto, but here you go to my rich clients. He don't know crypto. And that's so it's just it's a trick. But anyways, so they're hopping shit because they're seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah. They're like, okay, this technology is better. It's more useful. It's better for the environment. I can go tell somebody about it and feel confident, right? And so then the bankers are like, if we hop in this space, what we're doing is bringing liquidity because of all of our connections in the TradeFi, the global traditional finance system. So they have years of experience and connections. And then they seeing that they can take this platform and this blockchain and make it bigger and grow, which means, what I mean by liquidity, more money comes into it, which makes it more useful. Yeah. And what we all see is the scalability part, like why they can't do this with Solana, because it will shut down, right? Real talk. And not even gassing, it's just the facts. But that's what they're doing. So they got a new CEO, right? Shout out to Sean Lee. He was the last CEO, cool cat. But the lady Stacy is plugged in with global banking and international. So what she doing is bringing in those type of people you name. She's cleaning house in a sense, and she's bringing in bigger people with better experience. Yes, we all know some of them didn't do well at Goldman Sachs, but they do have the information and experience to make this bigger. And then they can go up easier to our governments because they're already in bed with them in a sense, and like, let's do this.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Like, at the end of the day, the best horses are gonna, rise up. And that's what's happening.
Man, that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's exciting.
No doubt. Yeah. All right, man, let's wrap it up. Get into this rapid fire.
Let's do it.
As rapid as possible. Basically, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Don't have to be the best answer. Just the first thing that comes to your mind, bro.
Yep.
When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Honestly, I wanted to be a chef. Yeah,
dang.
Random. Yeah.
How old were you when you knew that you wanted to be a chef?
Bro, maybe 8 to 10, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. You still whipping it up in the kitchen?
Nah, nope. I don't even know how to cook anymore. I got married, bro. I don't know how to do nothing.
Oh, come on.
Some of the
man.
household things, I'm like messed up now.
Man.
And my dad was a great barbecue and cook and all that. So I never developed my cooking skills. I know how to throw down, but
it's in you though, bro. It's in
me, yeah. Because my family barbecued everything.
Yeah, so. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Best advice you've ever received?
I'm like, do you? I don't know who said it. Yeah. But do you? And I firmly believe it because, honestly, I was like, being in Portland too, people be like, oh, you do too much, you do this. I'm like, I don't care what y'all say. I'ma still rap. I'ma still teach. I'ma still do anything that I want to do that make me feel good. I do it, and I literally don't care because I'm not doing that malicious or vicious to anybody.
Right.
So,
and that's what life is too short to not do what you're interested in.
Yes.
So, yeah.
100%.
Exactly. Worst advice you've ever received?
Buy this.
Somebody try to sell you something.
Basically. Yeah. But no, worst advice, man. Man, the worst advice was to go to college for me.
Dang.
Yeah. I talk about this all the time.
Not for everybody.
It was the worst advice for me was to get student loans.
Mm.
So all the people, all of y'all, coaches, staff, all of y'all,
all of y'all,
I got
man.
beef. You know what I mean?
You,
yeah,
and you.
Yeah. Basically, so the student loans was the worst thing I did.
Yeah. Talking to a brother that's about to start my MBA program in the next 28 days.
You
bro.
serious?
Yeah.
Damn, I was considering. We'll talk more.
Yeah,
I'll be considering.
I'm gonna see. I already signed up for the loans. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be as bad as it could have been. Mm-hmm. Half of it is taken care of. So,
well, yeah. Shout out to you then too, because if you can get that.
Yeah, no. If it would have been the full price, I'm like, no way.
Okay, we'll talk more because I might have to go get me an MBA. Then.
Hey, bro, we gonna see. We gonna see what y'all. I'll tell you about it. Yeah. Most interesting person you've ever met.
Oh, damn, most interesting person. That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
That's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. What popped in my head is people who already passed. And I haven't met them yet, but I spend a lot of time with people that already passed in the sense of their work, their podcasts, their arts, their books, and things like that. Yeah. So it'll be someone who's not here.
Who would that be?
Tupac. A lot of people from the 1920s. Garvey and, even like Wallace D. Waddle, some of these old white dudes got game. Man. But, Booker T. Washington and stuff like that. I spent a lot of time with those books. Yeah, man.
Garvey is, come on, man.
Yeah.
My last son's, he has two middle names. One of his middle names is Mosiah.
I love it.
After
Garvey.
Marcus Mosiah.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
That's a fact.
Yep.
Lakers or Blazers?
Man, I'm gonna say Blazers because of Portland.
Bro, you thought a little bit too long about that, bro. I'm judging you right now. What's going on, man?
The reason is because
come on, bro.
Blazers, man. I love the Blazers, but they're never gonna win. They will never ever do it.
We got Dame though. Dame is
now on his way out. If I was Dame, I'll go to Brooklyn or something. I'll go anywhere because the reason is like they already got rid of McCollum. He was one of the nicest I've ever seen do it, other than in Portland. Other than
really,
yeah.
See,
but
I wasn't.
I would say, but the reason is because it's not built for winning. I know that they have a thing. They do not want Portland to win because it's a number 2 market and it's not a number 1 yet. Yeah. So we ain't ready. They won't win. I love Lillard too. He's great, but as soon as he goes to any other team, he's gonna probably get MVP or win. So shout out to Lillard. He got bars too.
Come on, man. We gotta believe, man.
I ain't got no. I just
as long as you didn't say Lakers, man.
No. I'm not a fan of Lakers either. I don't like the Lakers. Cool. But I had to think about it because I was like, Kobe. I like Kobe. You know what I mean? But at that time, I was like, man, F Kobe. You know what I mean? In hindsight, I love Kobe.
Of course, man. Yeah. I didn't say F Kobe, but I didn't like him. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I was saying F because
I didn't like Jordan either. Because when Jordan hit all them threes on Portland, he did this. I was like, man, come on, bro. Like you killing me right now. Killing my childhood. I wanted the Blazers to win that year, but we ran into Jordan like a lot of other.
No, like Lil or Rasheed Wallace and all. I used to love all.
Love Rasheed.
That was my favorite squad. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But
it'd be like that, man.
Yeah.
But
so shout out to the Blazers.
We got Dame though, bro. I
like Dame.
Come on, man. All right.
Simons too. I like Simons.
He is nice. He's nice.
He's a Lillard or Column's replacement. You know.
Mm-hmm. So this might be a tough one. If you could only hold one of these cryptos until 2030, which one would you choose?
Bitcoin.
Dang, bro! I couldn't even spit it out. I couldn't even spit.
Go ahead.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Ethereum or Cardano.
Bitcoin.
All right. Why Bitcoin?
It's the OG. It's the institutional coin. It's the most accepted, has the biggest market cap. And one thing I am learning too, man, I'm not gonna argue with history, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been number one since it's been out the last 12, 13 years.
There is no market without Bitcoin.
No, Bitcoin is cryptocurrency.
It is the market.
If it goes up, it's like the S&P 500. If it goes up, everything's up. Everything goes down, it goes down. You can get different X's between those things, but yeah, Bitcoin for sure for that reason.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, let me make it harder. All right, so
I was like, that's too easy. But I love Algorand, I love Ethereum, you know what I mean? But I would have to go with the OG.
If it was out of, I'm gonna go Decentraland, Sandbox, or what's another
Gala.
one? In it?
Gala Gaming, Gala.
Or Aave. You know about Aave?
Yeah, I know about Aave. I'm thinking Decentraland.
Really?
Yeah, because that was one of the ones I got into. Excuse me, I thought it was gonna make me rich. Like, I mean, I sold too early, and then it went up to like 88 cents or whatever. But but I like.
Oh, when did you get in?
Bro,
When it first came out, huh?
Something like that. Yeah, I did make some money on it, not as much as I should have.
Bro, it went up to like 5.
I know. That's why I was like,
anyways, early.
Yeah, but. Yeah, you know how it be sometimes.
Yeah. I
bought Bitcoin originally in 2017, and I sold it. I didn't know what it was. I bought it, sold it. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Some dude was trying to put me on the crypto. I was confused, but I had to double back. But yeah, Decentraland because like you ever use it, right? You ever go up in there?
I haven't. I've heard like so much.
It's popping.
There's a lot of use case for it.
Yes.
That's all I know.
It's popping.
I had a dude. He worked at Intel. He was telling me all the things you could do on like. People are doing right now. Like they on there
right now.
You wear like if you own
the clothes,
like an NFT clothes, and then you can go play poker.
Yeah.
Or you can give somebody your shirt and they can play poker for you, and their winnings go back to you because they're wearing your shirt because you got to wear a certain shirt.
It's crazy in there.
It's crazy.
like they doing like I performed it in a metaverse concert before, not on that one in particular, but that's happening too. And I was like, this is blowing my mind. I'm performing in the metaverse. Like I did this a few months back, but yeah, Decentraland is lit. Like,
bro, I'm still buying Decentraland, even this under $1. I don't care. Like
I think that one's gonna be a good long term.
I think when the metaverse stuff really starts popping off, it's gonna be there.
But definitely Decentraland, man. Shit, let me ask you a question.
What's up, man?
Like, so what's your favorite cryptos? You know, which one you think that you would love out of the threes you talking about? Bitcoin, Ethereum. What'd you name? Ada. What you loving out those?
Honestly, bro, Ethereum.
Ethereum?
Yeah, I think Ethereum because even though I think Bitcoin is safer. But I'm a risk taker.
You want more X on that?
Yeah. I think Ethereum is, I think Bitcoin is like Microsoft or maybe Yahoo. Maybe more like Microsoft. And then Ethereum is like Apple. And so Microsoft ain't nothing wrong with Microsoft, bro.
That's a solid hold.
Solid. It's not gonna move the way that you want it to, but you're never gonna lose on Microsoft. But Apple, if you get anybody that got in on Apple early, or it might be more like a Google, because it just seems like the foundation. Like I said, I've been learning a little bit. So I see so many cryptos, and I look at them, look at the details. ERC20 token.
Oh, it's
like if
actually
the
number
whole,
2.
Yeah, so it's like if most of cryptocurrencies are built on Ethereum, then it can only go up.
Facts.
Right? But of course, Bitcoin is number one because of there's only like 21 million or something like that.
It's way more established too.
Yeah, that part. But yeah, I would say
they don't be forking, like Ethereum be having upgrade problems.
Yeah, and the gas fee. So like Ethereum could actually obviously like get overtaken at some point in time. Yeah. But I think right now, because there's so much that rides on it, like so much that's built on top of Ethereum.
They gotta prop it up. Like, this is where I'm at. Like, not financial advice again, but I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, Algorand. I'm like, that's where I'm trying to build on.
I'm not mad at that
because it's like that's my third, my altcoin. Like I'll choose that one over Solana, over Cardano, over anything else other than kind of those two. Based on what we just talked about.
Word. That makes sense. If you had a chance to take a dinner with one of these three gentlemen, but you can only go dinner with one of them. Okay. Who would you choose and why? Jay-Z, Master P, or Dame Dash?
No knock to Dame, but definitely not Dame.
Definitely not.
Nah,
Dang,
definitely not
bro,
Dame.
what's going on, man?
Dame is wild, but that's why he wild. But it's a type one. Damn, only one.
So now outside of Jay-Z and Master P.
No, I love Jay-Z too, but I'm gonna have to say Master P.
I feel you.
Yeah,
P is my guy.
I gotta say Master P.
P is my guy.
Because why is because this is why I like Master P. He got the water company, he got the grocery stores, he got the rap, he played ball, he has a good family and kids. He has like all the elements of things, and he's also more reachable in my mind than Jay-Z would be. Jay-Z, and I love his role and his position, but he's like, to me, super, super Hollywood and elitist.
Yeah.
And Master P, I feel like is way more down to earth, but he's a super, mega boss in his own right. He got the bag. And, I like what he did. Overall, I like what he's doing.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Because
with
currently,
Master P.
right now, it's like, I'll be following him on Instagram. He motivational. I can't get Jay-Z to talk unless he with Kevin Hart. You know what I mean? Because I watched that too.
That was an awkward conversation.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
The way that Jay didn't dap him up, he kept giving him.
Yeah.
Kevin's like, man, why are you doing this to me, man?
I love Kevin Hart too, but Jay-Z, he difficult.
Yeah, he's different.
His
different.
track record's amazing, all the same things. But I think Master P is just more down to earth.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Yeah, and I used to wear Percy Mill. I wear all that when I was.
I
used to shop
too,
at
man.
Mervin's. You know what I mean? So,
Bruh, you remember Mr. Rags in the Lloyd Center? It
Nah.
was downstairs by the
Mr. Rags.
by the ice skating rink, man. It was like the only urban, hip hop clothing store down there.
Nah.
They had all the little No Limit gear in there, bro. I used to go in there every weekend in 8th grade. And finally I got a job. I was like, yes, I can get a No Limit t-shirt. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I used to love all that, man.
Me too, man.
Make them say,
all of that,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
All
All
of
of that.
Yeah.
And they both like 50.
Mm-hmm.
So they both look good too.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like,
but Dame,
Pause.
the way I know the reason why I don't like Dame, and because this is one of my things, and this is a pet peeve of mine. It's like with Dame, if he would have gave more, because he give game now.
yeah,
If he would have gave game when he was on top of his game, I would have respected. He give game now that he fell from grace. And Jay-Z and Master P are still on top of their game.
yeah.
And that's kind of my thing. Like, don't tell me, I believe in 50 cents, 10 bricks and all that. Like, don't tell me about what you used to do. Talk to me about your wins right now. And those guys can tell us about right now.
Yeah.
Dame talk about when he was used to. And not saying he don't do things now. He got his network. He got his shows. He do his things. He producing. But he not where he was when Dame was Dame.
Right.
So that's
I can understand that. I can
yeah,
understand
because I'm like, man, don't tell me about what you used to do, bro.
Yeah.
Even, what are you doing today?
Right.
How did that work out?
I can dig that. I mean, Dame is one of them dudes, though. It's like when I listen to him talk, the energy,
Oh, he's motivational.
motivational, bro.
Yeah.
Inspirational.
I just
but-
wish Dame would have said all that culture vulture stuff when he was with Lior. He said it after Lior.
Yeah.
And I don't like that type of stuff. I'm like,
Yeah. They giving us the wrap up music. All right.
Yeah.
So a few more questions.
Yep.
3-month fully financed sabbatical. Where you going?
I'm going to an island. One of my favorite places is Hawaii, for sure. That's where I go mostly. That's where my wife from. She mixed Pacific Islander and white, you know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, so we go out there a lot, but I'll probably be going to anything that's like Hawaii.
Okay.
I love Hawaii.
Fire. If racism ended tonight, how do you think the world would change?
I think it would just go right back to black. Honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I meaning as
bring
in
Kemet back. Man.
Yeah, meaning as in like we would be valued more than we are now.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and I mean in particular like Black Americans as well, because I shout out to all that my people in Africa too, but they still look at us differently.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I feel like if the whole world was black, we would be more valued.
Yeah, that's
in my sense,
If you woke up tomorrow and you found out that you hit the lottery for $100 million, how would you spend your time and your money from that day forward?
Okay, off the top, half of it is going to investments. Off the top,
Okay.
That's the first thing I'm doing. We buying
$50
up,
million in investments.
Yeah, we buying up everything.
Let's go. Let's go.
But then what? Honestly, it's like building institutions that serve people. That's what I'll be really doing, right? Because I believe in empowering people. I love media and those type of things. I would empower more people to tell them stories, to do their things. I would basically, this is how I say, I would do everything that I don't like that is around. So I have a program that helps the homeless. I have a program that helps the youth. I'll have a program that helps the incarcerated. We helping people get homes. Like, that's what I would do. That's my real mission. It would be all of these things, and then I would blow that shit up.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's all it would be, just empowerment. Because racism hella bothers me.
Yeah.
You know, and at the same time, like, you know, if you go down south or deal with some other people down south, Portland black people, we're all a little different because we from the Northwest, we got a different accent and all of these things. I would just bring us more closer together and then build. We got a poverty issue, like, that's crazy.
That's real. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Last question. You won't be here to enjoy it, but what message do you want communicated at your eulogy?
They'd be like, he gave his all. You know what I mean? I think, you know, I like to lead with kindness. So I want them to know that I was kind. You know, I kept it 100 and real, and I did what I wanted to do. That's what I'm like. He did what he wanted to do, basically. So that kind, good, and good vibes. You know, he got good vibes.
That's a fact.
So those would be the things: vibes, kindness, and he did what he wanted to do. And you know, when I have kids, he was an amazing father, husband, and things of that nature. That's where it's at. But definitely, I'm on a mission to empower and motivate and educate.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, SeaWill came to the Socks and Sandals podcast, man. He educated us, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Most definitely, man.
Awesome,
we got to
man.
do this again, too.
Oh, come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
On, man. Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. So once again, how can folks get a hold of you on the socials and whatnot?
SeaWill PDX, SeaWill PDX for Portland. So SeaWill PDX. You can type that in on Google, Instagram, you know, Twitter. YouTube, Passive Income Network, or you could just type in Passive Income Network. That'll pop me up. Thanks. But definitely, if you do SeaWill PDX, at SeaWill PDX, you'll find me.
Follow my guy, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Once again, it's the Socks and Sandals podcast, where economic elevation and spiritual cultivation converge, and we unapologetically discuss our worldview. Highlight y'all next time. Grace and peace.
Peace, y'all. Yeah, that was some fire.
Oh, they already got it. Yeah. That was dope, bro.
That was some fire. Yeah, man.
Thank y'all for listening and watching the Socks and Sandals podcast. Make sure you go to emmanuelwilliams.co for all things socks and sandals, all things that I do as an equity trainer and equity practitioner. Grace and peace.